Professional wrestling has been around for many years and has become a beloved sport in countries like the United States, Mexico, the United Kingdom, and other locations around the world. Wrestling has been around as far back as the prehistoric era and has only evolved into what we know today from major corporations like WWE, ECW, and so on. When it comes to Japan, they began their dive into the sport roughly before World War II with their first wrestler named Sorakichi Matsuda, who was a former sumo wrestler. Japan attempted to make wrestling popular in their country, but ultimately failed until 1951. A man named Rikidozan was named the father of the sport and helped make it more popularized with his Japanese Wrestling Association until his murder in 1963. After his time, many Japanese people became interested and created countless personalities and wrestling styles, and the sport had only grown from that point on. There are many people from Japan who have come overseas to the US to be part of the WWE, and in the adverse, many US wrestlers have gone to Japan to partake in their wrestling shenanigans as well. Famous personalities such as Sting, Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, and many, many more have taken a trip across the pond to enjoy Japan's spin on the sport. As I was an avid enjoyer of wrestling when I was a kid, I would love to go into the history of wrestling and talk about my favorite moments, but this video is about a specific performer that I'm sure some of you don't know. Her name is Hana Kimura, and she was a professional wrestler from Japan who had a love for the sport since she was a child. Born on September 3rd, 1997, she began her pro wrestling career at a very young age. She took part in a live event in Tokyo and won the DDT Ironman Heavyweight Championship. Her mother, Kyoko Kimura, was a professional wrestler as well, and they had competed against each other, where her mother had become victorious and obtained the championship Hana had won in 2005. To say Hana Kimura was a big part of Japan's Wrestling Association would be an understatement. She had many performances, including wrestling her former classmate, Reika Saiki, obtaining titles, and even wrestling against her mother in a grudge match. After her mother retired in 2017, the mother and daughter had wrestled once more, in which Hana Kimura had won, solidifying her mother's retirement and passing the torch as the new Kimura favorite. That same event, they took part in a tag team trio match where they were successful. Hana Kimura rose to stardom almost immediately for her fun and unique personality at the events, and was loved by many die-hard wrestling fans. She became an official member of Wrestle One on January 9th, 2018, and went on an international tour. She competed in Ring of Honor, Pro Wrestling EVE, and even some promotions in Mexico. Between 2016 and 2020, Hana Kimura had teamed with her mother, former ring rivals, and others to win many championships. During her Stardom career, she won the Artist of Stardom Championship twice and the Goddess of Stardom Championship once, while also winning the 2019 5-Star GP Tournament and Stardom Fighting Spirit Award. She had her whole life set for her, and the sky was the limit, but it wasn't until 2019 when things took a turn. Hana Kimura joined a reality TV show called Terrace House Tokyo. It was your run-of-the-mill reality show where 3 men and 3 women look for love while living under the same roof, with lots of drama and acted-out scenes. One episode filmed early January 2020 showed Kimura involved in a verbal conflict with her housemate Kai Edward Kobayashi. The argument was due to Kai damaging her wrestling attire. The episode aired on March of 2020. When viewers watched, it had started a litany of criticism. Everything from name-calling and countless racist comments towards her on Twitter and other social media platforms. Due to this, Hana Kimura had gone into a deep depression. As the countless onslaught of hate was being sent her way, she continued to post photos of her cat and talk about things happening with her career. On May 24th, 2020, allegedly, Hana tweeted and implied she had been cyberbullied and posted a graphic series of photos showing disturbing images of self-mutilation. Along with this tweet that was deleted shortly after was a note that roughly said, "Nearly 100 frank opinions every day. I couldn't deny that I was hurt. I'm dead. Thank you for giving me a mother. It was a life in which I wanted to be loved. Thank you to everyone who supported me. I love it. I'm weak. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a human anymore. Thank you, everyone. I love you. Goodbye." Shortly after, things began to take a much darker turn when a string of photos were posted to her. The following day, Stardom reported on both their Japanese and English Twitter accounts that the 22-year-old Hana Kimura had sadly passed away. Kimura was reportedly found collapsed on her bed with a plastic bag covering her head. Her body was discovered by her mother, who, worried when she couldn't get a hold of her daughter, went to check up on her at around 3 a.m. on Saturday morning. A piece of paper was attached to a door at Kimura's apartment that read, "Toxic gas being generated," in Japanese. When the news broke out, fans, friends, and family shared their condolences, and what seemed like an endless sea of hate became flooded with a wave of love and support for the beloved Japanese flower. Her Instagram page is still up and contains the final photo of Hana and her cat, where people from around the world, even to this day, show their love and share kind words to the young Hana Kimura. All episodes of Terrace containing Hana have been pulled from the Japanese Netflix, and the series was cancelled. It was reported that the cause of death was hydrogen sulfide inhalation, and her death had been officially ruled as a suicide on December 2020. Hana Kimura was someone that was loved and supported by so many people, not only in the wrestling industry, but in everyday life. She was a caring and kind person who always brought a smile to those she interacted with. Her influence has continued to inspire those who knew her or came to know her even after her passing. If you're wondering if her cat, Karage-kun, found a new home, he did. The only tweet I could find is from Konami on June 2020, who seems to have taken care of him after her passing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.